Alright, yo. So over the past few weeks, I've seen around 5 trades that have really stood out to me. 4 I took, so I'll get onto the outcome on all of those in just a second. Insane lineup. And then the last I missed for such an avoidable reason, and there is a lesson to come out of that too. So anyways, before this turns into waffle, let's hop straight into the charts and look at the model that I use. So I use a variant of supply and demand called the LSD model, and it's essentially liquidity, supply and demand. So with normal supply and demand, you're essentially going to be using market structure and, well, supply and demand zones to try and predict where the market is going to go. Now, the biggest flaw with that strategy is the fact that you do not take liquidity into account. You consistently find yourself getting into setups that look like this, using entry models that do not give you the confidence that you actually need to enter a trade, and consistently find your stop loss getting hit. It can feel like the market is against you, but if you're not part of that victim mentality, then you can see it as you just don't know one specific thing, and that is liquidity. By including one of the biggest market movers into an already decent strategy, you are leaving nothing more on the table that the market wants to take before just shooting in our direction. And I mean it when I say there is nothing stopping the market from just dumping now, as you can see. Anyways, let's break this down and see what actually differentiates it from normal supply and demand. So coming back to the start of the day, my session is going to start around 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. UK time. What we're going to be looking at first is market structure. As you can see, the market does double bottom here. So if we continued to break these highs, then we could be in the market for buys. But skipping forward, what the market wants to do is clearly break these lows. Super convincing, loads of candle closes below these lows. So this was the point where I was looking for sells. From this point, this one supply really stood out for me, as when looking for a supply, you're essentially looking for an area where you see a lot of movement from. This is going to be institutional power just dumping from that price, which means that once we come back to this price, institutions are once again going to enter their sells, and then we will just dump again. After we get our supply zone, we can see the thing that literally differentiates us from any other supply and demand strategy. And this is where the win rate and risk to rewards come in. It is this accumulation of candles just here. This can be in the form of consolidation, like you see in this example, or in the later examples, it can be a swing. Anything where you're going to see a convincing level of liquidity sitting above it. This right here looks like a great area for people to put their stop losses above. So our theory says the market wants to come up and stop those people out. That is all liquidity is. It's not confusing. And by the end of this video, I'm sure you'll completely get the hang of it. When I say that's all you need to see, I really do mean it. We have market structure, we have our supply zone, and we have that level of liquidity. We come back up to our zone, we get our entry models. This will just be on the directional close, the first close in the direction that we want to go. We want to go downwards, so I'm waiting for a bearish close. Set our take profits and just let the market do the rest. Now, as you can see, we came close to TP and then we started to go up. Most people are going to be scared of this, but since this strategy uses market structure, there is nothing to be scared of. We're in a bearish market. There's a high chance that we just continue to the downside, breaking lows. So just like that, that was the first 3% of the past couple weeks, and it really set the tone off well. This was after already a couple win streak. I caught a 5% trade and then a 3% trade. So this was just continuing on from that like nothing happened. Anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's go straight onto the next trade that I sent to the VIP group. And this was actually this little demand example that you see down here. Before I go back, you really can just see how market structure just moves with this strategy. It's got everything the market wants to see, so there's literally nothing holding it back. Right, now this looks a lot different to the last setup. Starting off, it's a demand, but also the liquidity looks so much different. But don't be confused. Let's go back to the start and go through all of the concepts step by step. And by the end of this one, I'm sure you'll start to see it all kind of clicking into place. So what do? At the start of every setup, we look for market structure. As of right now, I'm looking at this key area over to the left, and this is something that I'd love to break to the upside if I am looking for buys. If we were to reject from here, there's a high chance we just go into bearish market structure, but skipping forward, we can see that we get clear candle closes above. Also, looking over to the left, just a quick extra lesson, we can see that there are gaps above that want to be filled. The market just loves to seek these fair value gaps. So if you see your setup going up to fill those, it's just going to be a great extra confidence to have. And now, after we break highs again, you can kind of start to see that setup form. We get our demand down here. This is just the bearish candle for that bullish move to the upside. We get a small swing of liquidity. I'm still very confident that there's liquidity sitting below here, as it is a visual swing. Now, this is important to mention. We break market structure once again in our favor. This is going to be important to see. If we want to break market structure to the upside for a demand example, to the downside for a supply example, then we can't be too confident that we'll continue in that direction. Breaking this just does give me more confidence. Then after that, we just come straight back down to our zone after a big increase in volatility. Once we tap our zone, we wait for our entry confirmations. It would have been this just here. Once again, the directional close, the first close in the direction that we want to go. I was actually a bit late on this trade, which actually played in my favor. My risk to rewards set at a 1 to 3. And this is what I'm going to go for most of the time. It's statistically proven to be the highest win rate on any risk to reward on this strategy. You can go higher and see profitability. You can go lower and see profitability. But after my own research, my own back tests, this is what really is just like the sweet spot for me. Yeah, once again, just like that, another 3%. Even with the initial entry, which I would have taken or should have taken, that was an easy 1 to 3 hit. Just a quick one. If you wanted to see more how I'm approaching these setups throughout the week and where I actually sense all of these trades that I'm going to go through in this video before they played out, then I do have a VIP group just down below. Excuse this day. I was getting a tattoo, which is quite bad during my session. But yeah, I send every setup I'm looking to take before they happen. Me and the VIPs talk through all of these trades in the main trading chat within the Discord. And it's really just a great community to learn. The markets have been insane recently. It's been win after win. And after every single one, there's profits to be had, but mainly lessons to be learned from me personally or other experienced traders. It's insanely cheap right now, and there's no long-term commitment. If you feel like you're kind of on that edge, be profitable, or a complete beginner, if you want to talk markets with me, the link is just below. If you're not ready for that next step yet, there is also a free Discord below, and there is literally no catch to that. Just a great place to meet like-minded traders. So I at least hope to see you in there. Anyways, back to trade number 3, which is going to be back over on NQ. Now I'm going to quick fire through this one because I feel like you guys should be picking up these concepts by now. If not, don't worry, just replay this video, take notes. Once again, let's go back to the start of the day. What I'm looking at right now is not really clear market structure. From here, we're looking bearish, and mainly remember what I said about those gaps. Looking back over to the left, we have this insane fair value gap just down here. This is price that just wants to be filled. There is no question about it. So with this trade, we are essentially pushing the market downwards. That's how I like to see it, at least. We've established we're bearish. What we need is that supply zone, that level of liquidity, and that break of structure downwards after that level of liquidity. We can see a clear supply zone here. Price just shoots to the downside afterwards. Below that, we get this really clear swing of liquidity. I don't think anyone's arguing that this is a visual swing. We break market structure to the downside. And then I promise you, I'm not oversimplifying this or anything like that. It really is just that simple. Now, my entry model for this trade was a bit more risky. Since we're on a new higher time frame candle, as you can see, it's a new 1 hour candle at 10 a.m. I took a flip entry. I've got an entire other video on my other entry models since they're a bit, deeper in the concepts. So I'd recommend going to watch that after you finish this video. Like always, I set my TPs at a 1 to 3 risk to reward, and in 10 minutes, we go and hit that. Now, you're always going to see in hindsight, oh wow, I could have taken this to a easy 1 to 10 risk to reward. We just shoot to the downside afterwards. Since it's market structure, there's a high chance we just continue downwards. But like I said, I'm going off my back tests, I'm going off my statistics. 1 to 3 is such an easy set and forget. I'm never overthinking a loss because I got too greedy. I am just consistently in great profits. If we skip forward more, we just continue to the downside, filling in all of those gaps that I was mentioning before then, just kind of doing whatever. You should be out of your trade by a 1 to 20 risk to reward, I hope. Now I'm trying to breeze through these trades because I feel like the lesson with the last trade is really important. So let's go through this next trade too. And you've probably been thinking, this is too good to be true. It's only been 1 to 3 RR wins, but I'm sorry to burst your bubble. There is a loss right here. Now it doesn't look like a loss because we still went in my direction. That was on a re-entry. This wasn't a trade that I really felt like I needed to give a re-entry on. So it's still technically a win. Let's just break it down. This once again looks so different from the other setups, but I'll break it down the exact same way and you'll see it click. Looking at market structure, it's kind of up in the air. There's key areas over to the left that we could reject bearish from, but just skipping forward, it is clear to see that we want to continue upwards, especially with this candle close above just here. This is what really filled me with confidence. It's not necessary to be given, but it's just going to be extra brownie points in the context of market structure. So we're looking bullish. I've already marked out our demand zone, since being able to spot these easily is more or less going to come with back testing. But after that, we have such a strong level of liquidity. We break market structure to the upside after we make liquidity. Once again, that's essential. Then we go on to make another swing of liquidity and then break market structure to the upside again. That's just making the setup cleaner. All we need to see is us come straight back down to our zone for us to get our entry model. Now this trade actually gave multiple potential entry models. You could have taken break of candle. I took directional close on this. That's just statistically our safest entry model. I keep mentioning statistics. Trading is literally all statistics. And then I set my take profits at a 1 to 3 with my stop loss under the deepest wick inside of our zone. And what happens? We just kind of consolidate around entry and I get wicked out. Now, as you can see, after we wicked our zone, we just got, once again, great rejections. And then we shot off to the upside, would have been our winner. Am I annoyed? No. I let my edge play out, and you need to understand there is no such thing as a 100% win rate strategy if you're trading legally, obviously. Now, before I get onto this last trade, this is exactly the reminder I needed. I was actually out shopping with one of my trading bros, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know, and I didn't have access to my usual setup. I didn't have signal on my phone, therefore I missed entry and I missed the setup from playing out as you see on screen just now. This played out exactly as I planned, and I left around 3% on the table. Now with this one, am I annoyed? Not really. I'm still up an insane amount this month and I'm sitting comfortable on all of my trading accounts. But that's kind of the lesson. Once you start getting comfortable, you do start to let really good opportunities just pass you by. If you do genuinely want this, you can't just switch off when the market is trying to give you trades. So even after all of the wins, I don't feel like I learned anything from those. So that's just kind of the norm now. With something like this is not too normal for me. So I feel like this is really a lesson that I need. So make sure to stay dialed. Don't just switch off because you feel like you've made too much, because that's a set of words that you're never going to hear the people that you want to be like say. I've got too much money. That's not a thing. So that is really the key takeaway. Now I could do a breakdown on this, but I actually want to see you grade this trade. Give this a grading from A+ to B, just down in the comments below, and give me your reasons why. I will personally make sure to get back to you. If you have made it this far in the video, you're going to make it even further in your trading career. So I hope to see you in either of those Discords, and make sure to subscribe to get more content exactly like this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.